Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back. For those who come back, thank you. Thank you. As you can see, this week, February 27th through March 5th, I don't have anything. There's one lonely little birthday sticker here, and that's it. So, yeah. And no, it's not my birthday, but very blank. And so I think I will start out with putting some of these on. I just cut right here because 7 to 6 and then 7 to 7. I was using 7 to 11 in January and then cut it down from 7 to 6 in February. I think I'm going to continue that because it's working and it allows me to get another set of hours in for just stretching my budget a little bit on stickers and things, because why not? How is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well. It seems like it's been way over a week, because this last week for me was a lot. So I was dog sitting and house sitting, and while it was really good to have like a bit of quiet time for myself to focus on work, and I did. I got some really good stuff done. This is a little bit at an angle here. We used to have pugs, and they are not cats, not dogs. They're somewhere in between. They love people so much. But I forgot to light. I sat here going, I'm going to forget to light my candle the first thing. And I did. And that's okay, because that's how my brain works. We used to take care of dogs all the time. We've had them, I don't know, at least a solid 10 years of taking care of dogs and stuff. And then I grew up with dogs. So, but there is a reason right now we are taking a break from having any pets. Part of that is like, hey, I just want to get up and travel sometimes. I mean, not immediately right now, but if we do, it's been nice to just go. And I think it was between having a pet in, I think 2016 is when our last pug passed away. Her name was Jenna. She was such a handful and a sweetheart and everything in between. Such a love bug. They both were. And until now, it's just been like we have my mom's dog, visit all the time. So that's basically what I do to separate out my sections there. And I will have to do that on these other dates too at some point. Anyway, but for me, I've had a newborn, I've had a youngin, I've had a toddler, I've had, he's in his preteens now, and there's something nice to not have to like rush and get up every single morning. And that's what we'd have to do with the dogs a bit, because one had some potty issues where you'd have to get her out really quick. And yeah, and that's kind of what I had to do for my mom, was like just kind of sleep with one ear open. And if I heard any like little tip taps in the house, that I would go and let her out real quick. So anyway, I wanted to show since it's still snowing everywhere, I'm going to use this one before we get into the St. Patrick's Day stuff. So I actually picked these. They aren't exact, but they're kind of like similar. And so we're going to do this. Hence why you'd probably look at these and go, why are you picking these? Because this has some stars on it. Yeah, they're almost all stars. But it reminds me of the snow. So, excuse me. I, I didn't even like wipe down my area here because multiple people use my desk. So sometimes I come to it and I'm like, well, hello. It tends to be my desk, but the family like to come in and sometimes use it to eat on, sometimes do homework, sometimes whatever. So, yeah, I can go back over the last week after I get this down. And I know I'm off camera here for a moment, but yeah, from going to the ER to getting my infusion done to then house sitting and being reflective, which I came to many realizations. And I feel fortunate that I was able to do that, to have that time. To, let's see, I'm trying to think of all the doctor's visits as of late. It was a lot. Like yesterday, this is what I was going to share. I had a visit with my gynecologist to follow up with my ER visit because that was related. And yeah, I have PCOS, so it can be something to keep a watch on. And I had been seeing this gynecologist for like ever since my son was born, so over 10 years. And I thought she was super awesome. I was even telling other people, hey, if you need a recommendation, she's awesome. She keeps things light. She's caring and all of that. I go in yesterday and I was completely blown off by multiple people. So I came home in tears and got a big hug from my husband because he's fed up with me not getting the care that I need. And but it really helped to have a shoulder to cry on for a moment. And then I immediately made an appointment with a new gynecologist that I was able to squeeze in a little earlier in April, because they were scheduled out till June. And this person can help me out a whole lot more. And yeah, because I'm looking at, I'll be open about it, like hysterectomy stuff here. So they said, yeah, she is a really good person to be talking to about that. And she's also, I don't know if you've experienced this, but in the last few years, I've been getting all of my stuff connected in my chart under the area up here, under their medical systems. And my gynecologist was the only one that was out of that network. Like it was like siloed where they'd have to purposely transfer files back and forth. Or I would take scans or PDFs and upload them into my chart and try to get everybody on board. But it was so difficult. So I have to say, like, I was really happy after making that appointment. And then the appointment just popped up in my chart. And then it's all going to be right there for all my doctors to see each other's stuff. And it felt so good. I said at the end of yesterday, having the low, and then the high of just going, yes, I'm getting past this. I will be making complaints, because what happened in the doctor's office was the first part, and I remember the nurse who checked me in, I was like, wait, I kind of remember having a problem last time. She took my blood pressure and it was way low. And I said, I don't normally, not like I'm normally high. And especially when I go into an office, white coat syndrome, I'm always high. And she's like, oh yeah, you're totally normal. I'm like, yeah, no. And she asked a few questions and walked out. So I think, I don't know what's going on there. What I was picking up was maybe her equipment or her hearing might have been off for like telling blood pressure. And to me, that's dangerous, especially for a women's clinic who's handling a lot of pregnant ladies. So I will, yes, be making a formal complaint about that. Came home, my numbers were definitely different than the office, but I know I was in 2 different settings. I didn't have my blood pressure monitor there with me to verify or say, see, this is off. But yeah. And then when I said, hey, you know, what can I do about this ER visit to keep it from happening again? And she's like, I'm like, oh no, that's not really an answer. So yeah, she gave me a referral to somebody else. I don't know. I'm going to see this new gynecologist and see what's happening. And what else? Because I have other chronic conditions on top of that, but this is just one of them. So I addressed a lot of the other main one last year, and I'm like, oh, okay, this year is this one. Got it. Okay. And so the same nurse who was like kind of, I don't know, to me was kind of half doing her job, although the questions she asked were fine, right? Like it seemed like she was. All I heard was I was sitting in the room waiting for the referral paper. I hear this, the referral's on the clip outside the door. And then I thought she was talking to my doctor saying, hey, you know, here you go. And then there's like silence. And this is my neurodiversity kicking in going, I didn't realize that was talking to me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it a little time before I open up the door. And I think she's used to like people getting dressed again. But she knew I was dressed. Like she had just checked me in. And it was a very short visit. So I eventually opened the door and there's nobody in the hallways because they had all run off to lunch. And I'm like, really? And this lady from exactly opposite my door opened her door too. And she was looking around. I could tell she kind of just got dressed because of her exam. And then we were both looking at just using the bathroom, right? It was like 2 doors right across and the bathroom's here. Like it's really, they're all just right there. And I said, oh, I'm just waiting to use the bathroom as I'm unclipping my, what's it called? Referral from the clip outside the door. It's like she could have like just knocked and handed it to me, right? I've never had that happen, but I understand it may be commonplace there because people are getting dressed and they have to go. But it was just so confusing. And anyway, so I was going to use the bathroom. Then I said, why don't you use the bathroom? I'm going to go home because I was about to start to have a mental breakdown at that point. And so, yeah, not cool. And, you know, anyway. So this was this last week. Yeah, I got to about here. This is today. And this, actually, my mom coming back on her flight, she was coming up from California, and there were snowstorms moving in that night, and they delayed her an hour. And fortunately, that's all they had to delay, because then they started canceling trips here because of Northern California snow. So she got in, we got home at like midnight. All of us were super tired. Like I had to take her back to her place, but we were taking care of her dog at our place. And then it was like kind of a little musical chairs, but I was just so glad that and then there was some kind of emergency. She was waiting on the tarmac for a little bit. Because of the delay, they had to park another plane in that same gate and then had to wait because there was an emergency on that plane. And then she got to use it. So yeah, it was just very chaotic, but it was just nice to have that done with. And so I've kind of been laying low since then. So Wednesday, I didn't have much, had that OBGYN experience yesterday, and new OBGYN done. And And then I did have a chiropractic appointment this morning. I canceled Wednesday. I was just like, I'm done. I'm so done. My back's not doing too bad right now. It's not too bad. So I'm going to probably hop on and see what I can schedule. Usually I try to do 2 a month. Yeah. Yeah, we're still in limbo about my husband's job. We haven't heard anything. We'll see after 5 p.m. today. It's about 2 o'clock. And I don't know. We know some people have been saying that they have been laid off already. If you haven't watched, it's part of Disney's layoffs. And so we're just waiting. I don't know. I just, excuse me, honestly, I just want to get past 5 p.m. today and see, that he can go to work on Monday. We're just handling it week by week. What else? Oh yeah, I spent the whole morning here cleaning my mom's house. I mean, I didn't leave a big mess at all, but I wanted to kind of make it really nice for her to come home because I knew she was coming home late. So, vacuuming, ran the dishwasher, put all the dishes away, laundry, remade her bed, stuff like that. So it was a lot. So that's another reason why I was super tired. And then my husband ran to do a school thing on Wednesday night. Yeah. So I haven't even used this area. I feel like there may be some more in here. I watched a lot of business videos while I was up at my mom's, which was super helpful. I felt like I gained a lot of traction there. And that's what I kind of want to do some more this weekend. We don't really have any plans. I've been helping my mom do her taxes, getting everything scanned. Excuse me. She had a couple more tax forms I just sent off for her right before I hopped on here. So why didn't I put that down? So here's a tip. Write down the things that you've done, because otherwise you're like, I don't know what I did with my day. It's like it's totally empty. What did I do? Mom's taxes. Whoop, forgot the X. What else did I do today? Now I'm forgetting. What did I have? I had something I was doing this morning. I don't remember. But I do want to fill up things that I've done. I really want to keep track of that. My website is coming along. What I'm doing is kind of using the homepage as a template that I'm going to apply to everything. And so I made some good headway on that. And it feels good. It feels really good. So yeah, then I'm going to be doing a March. I don't even know what this is. Why? Green? Glean? I have no idea what that is. Will I regret erasing that? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I had my pencil open. Well, I did take all this stuff up to my mom's, and so I had this open. And so, yeah, I'm going to do a whole March reset. But we are, into March. And this makes me happy just opening it up. So that's a win right there. Let's so there's some snow coming in this weekend. Actually, I'm going to put this here because there is some snow, and then possibly some snow sprinkled in here. I don't know what days exactly, but it's supposed to be kind of like into this weekend. And hey, I kind of match right here. My oranges kind of match. Just sprinkle some snowflakes across the top because we are still getting some here and there. but it's not too much. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's my mom's birthday. That's cute. And she loves to have tea. So we're gonna see what she wants to do. Is there like this? Oh, I cut. Okay, so when I was cutting these, I did it right here and I cut, and that's why there's that little line there. Okay. What else? I kind of like this multicolored. See how it brings in the orange a little bit? Maybe I'll put these down here. So it's kind of like blue and then into... And since there's kind of a big one here, I kind of want to put a big one over here too. Sometimes I like them to line up and sometimes I don't. And it's not lined up. And like my friend likes to notice, that's okay. That's okay. I had no idea I was saying that so often when she pointed it out and we had a little chat. Yeah. It's okay. Life is okay. And when we kind of see that, you know what, we do our best, and what I'm practicing here is, what I told her is I'm giving myself permission. And if you hear that and you have like a takeaway going, and yeah, I know I'm fixing it. I know I'm fixing it. But I know it'll also bother me. But I also weigh in like, well, how hard is it to fix it? And right now it's working. But if you hear my words saying it's okay and that rings true to you, then please do. Oh no. I did it to myself, right? It's still going to be off. So that is going to be how it is. And that is my lesson. Is that I think it'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so I did leave my deck over here. Fortunately, it is very close by. And so I don't mind grabbing it when I need to. I pick a card a week. I used to pick, what was it, 3 cards? 4 cards? And I have found that cutting back on that has felt good. It's felt really good. I was doing so much prep work, you know, before each of these, of like picking multiple cards and writing them all out and seeing how they kind of played against one another. I do find that it's really interesting how like, oh, this one is about your emotions and then this other one is about thinking. So how can I tie those two together? And I'm just at a very different point right now where I'm craving simplicity. And that's because I'm using a lot of other mental work doing other things right now. So 5 of Seeds. 5 of Seeds. I don't think I've gotten this one very often. I love just like bundling up here, but it looks a little sad. I do love an arched window or door or mirror or something there though. So what does that mean? Let's see. 5 of Seeds. Ooh, this is good. Community care and self-care are at the utmost importance now. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. Let me put this at an angle. 5 of Seeds. Do a little squiggle there. And bear with me as I write this out. And whoops, messed it up already. Community care and self-care are, my short-term memory is not great. Self-care are at the utmost. Sometimes I think Alexa made the descriptions just a little shorter because just to make them fit, but are at utmost importance. No. And you know what? That does tie in with getting the right doctors and everything, community care. How can I help support the community? How can the community help support me? Self-care. Yeah. Feels good. And so, yeah, I'm only doing one a week. Putting that over there. It feels good. Feels good. Did I do these? No. I thought I would, but that's another thing. I also thought I would do this previous week. So I didn't. That's okay. Water, yes. I took my blood pressure a few more times, and I'm excluding the one that I got in the doctor's office. And, excuse me. So I went there. I got my allergy appointment. It's for August. So it's going to be a while. I'm on a wait list. And then I got new OBGYN. I guess just GYN, you know. I've been doing this. I did listen to a bunch of music this last week. Are these the right dates? Do I have the right thing? Yes, I'm good. Okay. Food envelope. I don't know what food envelope is. I'll have to watch my own. I think I did explain in last week's that I looked at the last infusion bills that I've been getting, and the one that we were waiting forever on was covered in full, so that was awesome. So that didn't carry over. I'm still waiting for the ER bill. I did see it kind of come up. Some of the more straightforward ones were covered as normal, and that was the thing. The infusion for the 213, because it was in the new year, sometimes insurance can shift from year to year, but it was all a-okay. It processed like normal, so that's good. Food envelope. I got the only thing I can think of here. Food envelope. Wow. I honestly don't know. I almost canceled my therapy appointment because I was in the process of bringing the dog to our house and then having her be quiet, which I knew she wouldn't. So we came an hour early and she settled down, and then we carried. Appointment went great. And actually it was the therapist's dogs and cats that were constantly in front of her camera on her side, which doesn't bother me at all. I'm like, I can still hear you. They're doing just fine. Yeah, so that went very well. I didn't get to these, which is fine. I'll move these to the next week because it was just so busy. The ER bill, yeah, I bet by Monday or Tuesday and we kind of know what that's going to be. And we have money in our HRA to cover that. I don't know what food envelope is. What the... Yeah, see, I worked on these. I'm going to check them off here, and I'm also, because they kind of straddled the weekend there. Yeah, I definitely watched more videos. So, yeah, it's... Sometimes I abbreviate things, not even like just crunch the words, but just like those two words. I have no idea what that means. Food envelope. Now I'm just like curious about it because my mind likes puzzles. So, website. And I'm going to say offers text is what I'm kind of writing now. I thought I finished this up from last week. So we definitely focused here. These are my primary two I focus on every time. Is my health and my business, because my family's doing pretty good. The only thing I can think of is that it's my mom gave us some gift cards for taking care of her dog. And to me, they were for eating out, just to have a meal out or two, and, well, two. And it's the only food envelope I can think of. I'm going to put a big question mark on that. Okay, we are going to work on this week. Yeah. Just a big sigh. I just feel like doing some big sighs today because it's just, whew. I have not sent my blood pressure to the doctor yet, so that'll be, now that I finally can calm down a little bit. Yeah, because is that it? Oh, the chiropractor. Yeah. And to me, that's manageable because I don't have therapy there, but I think that's about it. Flow is my spiritual, just sending my spiritual energy or picking cards or looking inward, that kind of stuff. I then send it out to here. Ooh, sirens outside. And here. And let's see. So I have been playing a lot of Magic and watching a lot of it and really enjoying that. And I have been listening to music, not as much as I thought. And then I just catch up on my shows all the time. That makes me super happy. So I was really hoping to launch my new website this next week. March 1st would be ideal, but it depends how much I get done this weekend. Keep watching some videos. But I made some like really good progress. So like in terms of my goal of getting through, I wouldn't say 100% of the videos because there's a ton. It's like this big library that she's kind of put together over the last couple years. And some of it repeats. And especially I found the same videos in some of the same places, which I get because she kind of has these tracks. She has, okay, if this is your problem, follow this track. And if this is what you want to focus on, follow this one. And they, you know, the information crosses, what is it called? They can occur in more than one spot for what you need to do. And so I see why she repeated them. But then when I get to those, I'm like, I've already heard these, right? And then I have to go back to see. But overall, I think I would say I'm at least halfway. I want to say I'm halfway through everything in terms of getting the benefits of everything. And that feels really good. That feels really good. So the ER bill. And then I want to look at my gynecologist bill because I had a credit over there. And then I'm watching some HRA reimbursements come through. And I'll have to get back to you guys on the food envelope. I bet as soon as I am done here, I'll go, oh, that's what it was. Because there's no envelopes in our fridge. There's no envelopes in any of our food stuff. Not in the pantry. Not in any of that. Oh, there's a calendar I want to give away. So I think, yeah, this last weekend of me just not being at the house was not the time to be giving away stuff from our house, right? I needed to be here to coordinate people like for Buy Nothing to show up. So oh, I did, excitingly. Is that all I need to copy over? I think so. Personal, I'm still okay with leaving. Is there anything personal? I got my hair rhythm down. If you've been with me for a long time, that has been working. And I got it as a recurring reminder so that it is like every 5 days. And I've been testing that out. And for me, that works. Sometimes it's 4, but most often times it's like 5. So hair has been working. And then I use some dry shampoo like halfway in between that. So 2.5 days in ish, and then that's what's working for me. And I know everybody's different, but it feels good for that. And then weekly check-ins for food is kind of the other thing. And we've been doing that. Oh, so the exciting thing I was talking about, I'm kind of all over the place. I got a hole punch that is not this many holes. It's 9. And so what you can do is move it halfway in between and punch these other ones. I got some, I'm thinking about using the Makselife in a disc system next year. And I've always wanted the hole punch because I have all of the rings and things. Let me see if I can. Well, I used to use Inkwell Press, and then I didn't really like her stuff anymore. So I have these where it's punched for 9, which is very similar to the Happy Planner. And so I got a punch that matches this. And so since the page is pretty much the same size here, I could get the inserts for next year and then just punch them myself. And I tried them out. But I also can, move the punch. Someone in the Makselife, or was it Laurel Denise? One of them said, if you just move it just one to do the in-between ones, then you can actually stick things into here, which I don't think I left that one out. Did I? No, these are all normal punches. No, here it is. I tried it out on this one, and I know there are 2 different. So the bigger hole one is the one that they did, and the smaller little mushroom one is the one that my new punch does. But if you put it in there, and it's not going to turn great, but it does turn great on discs. And that's what I was looking like. This gets stuck a little bit, so I'm not really going to use this in my planner that much. I might use 1 or 2 because I took their daily and I'd cut it in half so that I could have like a little bit here and here. I was just playing around with like extra pages I had. But I would really like discs because I don't like this. I do very much like discs though. So that was a Happy Planner punch, which I can send a link to, but it's bright blue. And I'm looking at it over there, and I don't want to get it because it'll bump my camera. I need to put some more dots here. And like that. This one. So for personal. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put, I know it's a health thing, but I need to order some more pills of things. And then I also need a facial cleanser. That I need need to order. So there we go. I came up with things. Is that financial? Maybe. But I think I need to do some research and figure out which ones. So, and then therapy. Boom. Well, that feels good. I did go over all of my personal goals in my Magic of I that I use for just like a daily journal. So I thought, you know what? I haven't looked over these in a while. And I actually, when I redo March, I need to look back at my yearly and then do my monthly plans and follow back up with, where is it? The very first spread here that I did, this. I need to put February's in here and kind of get these kind of caught up and see if this feels up to date. So that'll all be in there. And I'm trying to film that as close to the last day of the month as possible, because it really does, to me, waiting and doing it and then releasing it on the last day of the month. So it'll come out on the 28th, but I'll film it on the 27th. It just allows my brain to really feel that transition more. I saw some people were coming out with today's, and I did used to do that, where it's out early for people and it helps them. But this year, I'm being more selfish, and it helps me better, because otherwise I totally lose track. I'm like, what month is it? What day am I doing this? Why? It's so far ahead. Can I think accurately for all of this? Not really. So that is that. I am looking for a quick pen, since I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to write these, and I'm looking for a pen that, maybe this. Yeah, let me use that one for dots. And I'll just put them right here for things I can focus on. Yes, yes, yes. I like that. And then here, let me see if I can write these so that if I don't look at my last one, my thinking is I will only do what's important here. So definitely sleep. I had some trouble sleeping at my mom's, so I was recording that. Water is the biggest thing right now. Blood pressure. And videos. And I pay and check my bills every day now. It's a habit. Okay, now I'm looking. Now I'm looking, because now I don't want to forget something. Right? Music. Yeah, I think it'll be a good reminder. Like, what else am I going to be using this area for? And I think what I'll do is use this one is for the fun and recreation, which is what I paired with that one. And if you would like my Zig pairings, let me know. I know everybody's kind of pairing them differently. And yeah, we're all kind of hoping that, yeah, I love that combination right there. It's bringing me the happy vibes from like the Valentine's Day spread that I did. So, okay, so icons. Oh, let's see. Oh, I am getting low on gas. I need to put that in. I'm not on empty yet, and I don't actually have, we did recycling this last week, so I need to put these in for this month. Yeah, I'm realizing I need to do kind of my monthly like prep, because I didn't do it for the year. Hey, where did my... And now I'm losing things. Okay. My tweezers. I think that's mostly straight there, but I will put those in for March. Birthday's already in. Kind of going backwards here. Why not? I didn't record a let's see, it should be here. I didn't record a podcast the last couple weeks. I think it's been 2 now. I couldn't with everything that was going on. Do I want blue? Yeah, we'll do like a little blue here. That. And I haven't really been posting much, and it's been nice. It really was good to kind of take a break from all that. So I think what I'll do is pick that up this next week, get the newsletter out again. I don't have any book sticker, or do I? No, the recording is fine. Just having this little guy here. Looking through all my icons. Okay, here's my gas up icon. What color? I think the orange is working well. I don't have any points to use up by the end of the month, so that's good. So it could be like kind of any time in here. I think I'll put it here. Because I still have some. No medicines, but usually midweek, Wednesdays, we do kind of a check-in with our groceries, any online orders. Oh, and then March actually does start up our mowing schedule. We just kind of wait until they pick their first week. It's up to them. I think they coincide it with the yard waste weeks, because that's usually what happens. And so that would not be, let's see. So this would be recycling. My guess is that they'll come Monday, March 13th, just somewhere in here. They kind of pick the day that works best for them, and usually it's midday. So we'll just kind of be on the lookout for that. But that is not food envelope, so I don't know. I still don't know what that means. And then my plants I do on Mondays. Yeah, so look at that. I have one for every day of the week. And I like that. Do I want anything else on here? I think I'm going to leave these completely open. I like having some stuff down here. I was about to put a bird up here, and I'm not. I'm just going to hold back. I think this is enough. And so let me write these in. Plants. Record. Food. That's not an envelope. Gas for the car. And then film. Forgot the eye. For some reason I'm squeaking. Food envelope. There was a photo envelope. Maybe that's what I meant. Because there was an envelope that had photo money. I want to say that that's what that was. Because that makes a whole lot more sense. I think I just accidentally wrote food. So I will go look at my last week's video, and I might have just accidentally put food instead of photo, and that would make sense for my brain. And all of you guys can be like, yeah, we knew the whole time, and that's okay. That's okay. And I'm saying it again, that's okay. In terms of importance next week, there is, some camp funds that we have to get in this next week. I was just thinking, because they need it by the following week. Yeah, I think this is good. And it feels good. It feels cute again. It wasn't my favorite last week here. I mean, I love this, but somehow these weren't doing it for me. I like this one. I don't like these right here. Something kind of fell off with the greens. So I'm looking at that as feedback. Oh, and then we're having burgers tomorrow night. And then leftovers. I think that's how it goes. That's about the best, I guess. We have all these meals, but it's just timing them so that you can use the fresh stuff up, which is why. And then balancing out with what my son really wants. Like, he does not like baked fish that we're having tonight. So we kind of like flip-flop back and forth and stuff that we can include him in, and then other times we don't. And he kind of just has like something he wants on his own. Anything else? I think that's it. I feel like it's been 2 weeks, and I just want to thank you for joining me again. It's really, really great. Oh, I just remembered I have these stickers. Oops. We have this one here. Oh, and we don't have the other one for here because we just had it. That's the last sticker. Okay. Have a wonderful week, everyone. I hope you can rest up this weekend. I think the end of February was a lot, at least for me. And I know March can be huge for people. It has like a lot of energy to it, a lot of just, what's it called? Frenetic? I'm trying to remember what the right word for that is, where it's just a lot of vibrational energy. Like there's just a lot of things to do, a lot of things to keep on the top of your mind, a lot of things to try to process through. And I feel like that came a little early for me in February, and now March has some big events, but I feel like we've processed a lot. So I'm hoping that that's where things stand. And yeah, I think that's it. Take care, everyone. I will see everyone next week. And please catch my March reset video Monday. Bye.